1, 2, 3.
It's time to learn about God and to spread the good news of the wisdom that the Bible gives us all to use. We'll learn to be more like Jesus and to walk in His way so we can share the love of Christ every day.
Hi, boys and girls. I hope you've had a great week. While Pastor April is out on sabbatical, she's asked some of us to do the children's message, and so I'm really glad that we get to spend this time together. Before some of you were born, there was a commercial on TV, and on that commercial, there was a man who was walking around with his cell phone, and he was talking on it and saying, "Can you hear me? Can you hear me yet? Can you hear me? Can you hear me yet?" And there was no response because apparently they couldn't hear what he was saying. Have you ever called someone and you didn't think that they heard you? Maybe your mom. Maybe you were downstairs and she was upstairs and you said, "Mom, can you hear me?" And she might say, "I can't hear what you're saying." And so you had to get closer and closer because she wanted to hear you and you wanted her to hear what you were saying. In today's Bible lesson, it tells us in Psalms 116, "I love the Lord, for He heard my voice. He heard my cry for mercy." And so in this verse, we're being told that God always hears us. When we talk with Him, He hears what we're saying. We don't have to say, "God, are you listening? Do you hear me?" Because we know that God always hears what we're saying. And so I thought today it might be fun for us to try and learn a little of this verse in sign language. I know some of you have been reading a book with Miss April about sign language. And so what we're going to learn is, I love God. God hears my voice. And so it will go like this. For I, point to yourself, I love God. God hears my voice. Can you do that with me? Okay, ready? I love God. God hears my voice. And one thing that you can be sure of is that God does always hear your voice. We have that assurance. So if you're ever afraid and you cry out to God, God will hear you. Or when you're really happy, God hears you then too. We know that God is always listening, and we're thankful for that. I hope you have a great week. Practice doing your verse together. I love God. God hears my voice. See you another time.
We'll learn to be more like Jesus and to walk in His way so we can share the love of Christ every day.